Wehking
is going to be something else right here.
Hey, and Drew and Frank and I were talking earlier, and we both think that Drew has what it takes to win the King of Cornhole. Nobody knows a whole lot about Drew Wehking, but I know who Drew Wehking is because I've ran across him a couple times in some regionals and stuff, and this kid can flat play, and we know how good Jack Harcrow is.
Well, there's no question, and Harcrow has been dealing with injury that just in the last few months that could have been completely debilitating, and it's nice to see that he's found his way back to center court. But Drew, this will be my first time to see him on center court, and I'm waiting and I'm looking forward to seeing what it is that you've been talking about and so many others have been talking about, because I know the level of play that Jack is capable of. And Drew and Heather and Wehking, they have been showing up taco in and taco out, week in and week out on the webcast. Their names keep popping up.
Absolutely, and I tell you, man, do not count this kid out from beating anybody in this field. Now, this is a elimination bracket, correct?
Yes, it is. Elimination bracket quarterfinals. So we're going to find out who it is that's going to have the opportunity then to step up against Stu Graham and then Craig Irvin, our reigning king, and then ultimately in the king seat right now is Austin Cameron, a name that you've heard.
That's one bracket. There's two brackets.
Yep, and that's and we've got a long way to go and plenty of time to get there. So we're glad to have you along for the ride on the YouTube channel. Again, if you have tuned in via YouTube, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit the bell and let us know that you want to be notified of what's going on while we are posting content. And Drew took an early 2-0 lead over Jack, and I talked to Jack beforehand. He's just happy to be here. He's still running up against some health issues with some hamstrings and different things, but I'll tell you, nobody likes traveling and nobody likes playing cornhole and hanging out with the family as much as Jack Harcrow.
Man, he loves it. He said he had a good friend of his who is deceased, got him started in this, Rowdy Jones. He runs a tournament for that every year. That's a good thing. The Rowdy Jones Memorial Tournament down there in Alabama. And speaking of Alabama, there is so many Alabama people here that they're just like gnats. Every time I stepped on the board today, I think it was somebody from Alabama.
No question, and they're all out around the Tiki Bar right now watching Alabama. What's the score with Alabama, Mississippi State? 100-0.
It was 21-0 when I was out there 30 minutes ago. That means it's probably double that now.
Yeah, because you know how well old boy takes a loss.
Oh yeah,
but he's also got a guy who took a swing at a woman on national television who's still playing for him. So
there you go.
I started to lose what little respect I had left for that head coach. But we'll leave that off of the cornhole broadcast. Interestingly, well, I don't have any.
You know all these Alabama people.
Dude, I don't care. I don't have any. If you're somebody from Alabama and you think that's okay, then
I agree.
I'll give you my phone number. We can talk about it personally. I think that's nonsense. That's why I'm not a fan of Joe Mixon from the Bengals. I don't think that guy should ever. He hasn't changed. If you're willing to do that, you're willing to do that. That's who you are. Sorry. Let's move on. I'll tell you something. Drew Wehking was a guy that Gears told me, Frank Gears, said he watched him practicing. And he watched him just throw 4-bagger after 4-bagger after 4-bagger after 4-bagger like it was nothing. And, then there's the airmail. There's the airmail. And he picks up 4. He picks up 4 there. Jack leaves one up top right. You see Drew in that Lucky's jersey right there. I know he's one of Charlie Case's teammates. Hey, well, I'll tell you what. You know what? This is a good opportunity to say thanks to IMF and B3 Bags, too, who were both here through the whole course of the whole weekend and had a great showing, as a matter of fact. And we appreciate you guys. We really do.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Clinton Bilo from IMF and Adam and the crew from B3. It was just fun to have them out here. And we've seen so many different bags out here on center court. And I'm lucky enough to have to be Team IMF. I'm sitting here wearing the sweatshirt, as a matter of fact.
Well, you need it on where we're sitting.
It is. It's so cold, Mamaw. It's so cold. Do me a favor, knit me a crochet plant hanger while you're over there.
And Drew make a mistake the first one
he did
made.
A little bit.
Went for the airmail.
Be good. Take it easy, bud. And so we're looking at a 6
on 3 now. It should be
6 on 3, and Jack is able to pick up the 3. So the mistake that that Drew made. Yeah, uncharacteristic for somebody who tends to go low and take it up the center to get to the hole. But you know what? He's maybe with a 6-0 lead.
Yeah.
He thought he could take a couple of chances. But to my point before, you know, Frank Gears was telling me, he goes, I watch this guy, he just methodical, go, go, go. And I mean, you know, we've seen Gary Bearpaw and a handful of others who play that way. But Drew Wehking is a name that you absolutely, if you are a pro or otherwise, or just a fan of the game, you'd better pay attention
Pay
to.
attention to him, exactly right. And that's we've already seen that with what I say, Kelsey.
Oh, yeah, Kelsey Hyder.
Yeah, watch that girl, man. She's only been playing less than a
year. Yeah. Well, and that's what's so great about this game is, and you know, Kelsey stepped up on center court with a purple jersey on, which means she's won a division at a major in co-ed, and those purple jerseys aren't accidents.
Some people who've been playing years and doesn't have a purple jersey.
Like I told you, the only way I'm going to get anything purple out of this organization is if I hold my breath.
Yeah.
So it is a great accomplishment, and I love seeing Drew and his focus. And Jack takes that first bag. He's got his what appear to be lucky socks on, but this game could go
It's
for
going to be a lot of bags in the hole again. The good thing is it's one game and one's eliminated.
One and done. Yeah, if this was a best of 3,
Ooh.
you might want to go up and grab a pillow, not a hoodie.
Jack, I threw some bags with him on center court, warming up earlier. Such a good dude, man. Happy-go-lucky, and he is a good cornhole player, too.
He is a competitor. That's a fact.
I got the list for next week sitting here, and he's going to be in Springfield, Massachusetts, man. He's going for the Mike Schaefer Bulldog Award.
Yep, and thoughts out to Schaefer, one of our long-standing members from day one in the ACO, Mike Schaefer. He is in the fight for his life right now, and I'll be honest with you, the family and everybody could use those vibes, and those vibes are being sent that way. But the Bulldog, nobody exemplified what it meant to get out on the road and play some cornhole like Mike Schaefer over the last 18 seasons.
Yeah, it is missing Mike Schaefer at these tournaments. I mean, I've been coming to these for a long time, and he was a staple with the ACO. Good bag by Jack.
He put that low, and Drew just kind of went up the center and around to the right-hand side. So Jack says, all right, I'm going to quit that nonsense and see what I can do here. He's going to come in low and hot. And
that's a mistake by Jack.
That's a big mistake right there because he's got 2 that Drew's not going to give him.
And he's going to have to get up and over right here. And he can grab a point if he can drag those and go in with it.
If he can get them.
Yeah.
If he can get them. But that was smart by Drew because there's no way he's going to push hard enough with what he's throwing right now. He's up and over. And he gets 2. All right.
He gives up 1 point, but not bad. Not bad.
It could have been a lot worse.
He will take that having a bag off the back all day long unless Drew's sitting on 20, right?
Question. No, yeah, exactly right. No question. So we're looking at Drew 9-on-3 right now as these guys continue to work their way through the singles bracket. The American Cornhole Organization World Championships are headed toward Owensboro, Kentucky in the last week of July, but we have got to get there first, and this is one of our major tournaments, 35 majors over the course of the season, 10 Pro Series built into 10 of those 35 majors. This was number 2, and let's see, if I'm not mistaken, Isaac Hurt was the winner of the Pro Series, first one in Charleston, West Virginia. His brother, big brother, Caleb won both. Oh, that's right, the singles.
No, Isaac.
Isaac
won them.
Isaac won the Pro Series. Isaac won the major. Caleb won the Pro Series. You know what? I got to be honest with you. This Hurt family is irritating me to death.
Who cares?
Some of the Hurts won some stuff, and that's how that works.
I know, hold on. Let's talk about that a minute.
Oh, no, I got to figure that out because I feel like Isaac took the Pro Series.
I think so because Big Brother was glad he got this one because he wanted to even up. He said his brother had been running that mile. You may be right, man. I mean, okay.
Isaac won the singles. Caleb won. So Caleb puts 2 of these under his belt. Harumph.
I'm hurt.
So says the truck, pretty sure. And these guys
He
just
said
continue
pretty
to-
sure. Now, he wasn't 100% sure there.
These guys continue to drive it down the middle, and there's a bag by Jax a little bit off to the right. But now we'll see if he can sneak around to the left or the right.
Hey, he's good with that.
He knows what he's doing there. Drew got that Lucky's. Charlie Case is making the case right there. What bags is Jack's
throwing over the tops.
The OTTs.
Oh.
Is he throwing the cell blocks, the convicts? What do you know?
I can't see it from here, but I know it's OTT.
They're going to take a timeout and take a look. Jack's going to strut those
lucky socks.
Green socks down there, yeah. You're going to take off that. One of the few people that I still know besides myself that wears a visor.
Yeah.
Besides,
you.
The coach who will remain nameless.
Oh, me.
Darth Visor. Oh, up and over.
Nice.
Oh,
nice to get a wash out of that.
What a shot.
And this wash is presented by Finn.
Nobody yet, but we shall see. Let's see what we can come up with. Procter & Gamble, I'm looking at you.
Yes,
let's get
sir.
this. Let's
13
get
to
this
3. How about this lead by Drew Wehking?
Yeah. But you know what? Again, we talked a lot about some of the different players who just seem to come up out of nowhere, and very quietly put together a massive lead. And, you might even have a 5-spot. It's rare, but you'll see a 5-spot, a 6-spot frame. But at this point, that doesn't even put you that much closer. I know we talk about getting one back 1 or 2 at a time, but, when Drew is playing a strategic game, not just a scoring game. Up and over. Oh, boy.
He's been right down the middle.
Yeah, he took the chance right there, and he put that bag. Certainly, Jack is going to have to give him that one. He didn't.
And that's an opening again for Drew.
Yeah, there's another one for him to come up and over, and he's going to take it. Oh, and he takes one and leaves
he's sitting
one.
on 7 on 3 right now, and Jack. Let's see if Jack can push it.
That's a block right there.
Yeah.
He's got to make some move.
Those bags could bunch up. He might could pull one with a fast side. Let's see if he tries.
I don't know. If he takes the real estate that's available on the hole and just takes the airmail, because these three are stacked up here at 7, 8, and 9 o'clock. I don't think if he tries to go hard and low, he is.
Did.
Oh, and he got one and one skipped over top.
He only gave up 1 point, and that's 2 rounds in a row. He has saved some points with that last shot.
Well, I didn't think he was being able to separate that front bag away and be able to do that, but it was nicely done, and he didn't lose it off the back, which was fortunate for him as well. But, again, Lake Town Wharf is where we find center court for the American Cornhole Organization, the PCB, Panama City Beach Major, and the Pro Series #2. And Philip Barnett, the Mississippi Ninja, you had a good run in singles.
I did today.
You did.
Man.
You were very proud of yourself when you came back and
proud.
sat down.
Yeah.
Nicely done. Did you grab some points toward that pro status?
I did. I'm trying to work that way back. Very happy.
You have called yourself proudly an ACO pro, and you earned that status for 2 years, and now it's time to regain that status.
It is.
This could be the year. Now, the good news and the bad news for you, if you maintain or regain that pro status, who am I going to sit up here with?
I'm still going to be here with you, but I ain't going nowhere. You are stuck with me like glue.
I can't sit up here by myself while you're off beating everybody's hiney.
Got a little lucky today. How about that? I'm happy.
I don't think luck had anything to do with it. I saw a couple people that watched you play, and they knew what was going on. So these guys get up there and update their stats on the Scoreholio tournament management system. 14 on 3 right now, though. Drew Wehking over Jack Harcrow. Jack's got a pretty sizable hole to dig out of, but he can do it. He's done it before. He can do it again.
I see Drew's sister and mother sitting over there watching intently. Now a couple Alabama boys watching Jack. His partner Lowell Sampson.
Interesting how this game has changed just over the last, few rounds. It was very offense up the middle end, and now it's like, okay, I'm going to make you beat me.
Yeah.
A lot of defense up and over. Oh boy,
now
he took the risk.
This is opening for Drew to take a shot.
Yep.
Big round.
And the southpaw lets it go up and over. Oh, and he cleans it.
Wow.
So clean. And we haven't seen a lot of lefties on center court.
No.
Oh, and Jack
Nice
says,
job.
all right,
Yeah,
well, I'm going to have to go ahead and play this game. Let's throw an air show. Oh,
Let's go. The Blue Angels in the house.
there it is. There's another one up and over. Oh, and Jack pulls in and washes those 2 bags. But ultimately, with that one off the
Yeah,
back,
I think he gets 3.
that's going to be a problem.
Yeah.
That's going to be a problem. So 17 on 3 right now with Drew Wehking. Wehking takes a very deliberate stride down to gather his weaponry.
I need to know where this kid has been. He shows up.
Well, it's
I
been
played him.
very-
I tell you, I played him and his sister in Branson last year. I think at
That's
the
the
Worlds.
first we really had heard of
First
the
time,
Wehkings.
yeah. And then, every tournament I go to now, it seems like he's there. And
But that's the beauty of this, and maybe that camo hat has something to do with it.
Mhm.
We didn't see him.
no,
Maybe he had that camo
Yeah,
hat
it
on. We're
might
like,
be.
wait, where'd that guy come from?
yeah,
My goodness, he came out of the brush. But honestly, that's the beauty of this. No matter who matriculates, if you will, and goes from
Mm-hmm.
here to there, there's always somebody better that shows up.
Oh, yeah.
And you're like, good golly, where is this coming from? It could come from your local tailgate. It could come from a local
nice
bag
right there by
It
Jackson.
could, it could come from a block party, and that's the thing we tell you time and time again is, oh wow, boy, he's leaving that door open. He created that center lane right there for Jack.
Nice
and Jack
bag.
took it nicely done and left Drew's hanging on either side, so that'll be a nice pickup for him, a 4 spot. But you know what? Go to AmericanCornhole.com and don't be afraid.
That's true.
Because the thing is, there's so many different skill levels and different in divisions and so on and so forth. Come on out, have at it, get
We'd
in a
love it.
regional. We'd love it. We always talk about here, Philip, on the center court. We love to see new names and new
Absolutely.
games.
New game. And this is our first time seeing Drew Wehking.
Drew Wehking on center court to this level. So.
We've been talking about him, but this is the first time
Yeah.
we've seen him, and so far,
Oh, boy.
impressive.
Yeah, and there's one that Jack would like to have back against the lefty, leaving it low right.
He's throwing those luckies. Showtime.
Showtimes, yeah.
Mr. Case makes. Case has picked him up a good one here. I'm going to tell you that right now.
He sure did. And I don't know who has picked up Drew Wehking, but if nobody has.
Oh, no, he's with luckies. He's got the lucky.
Oh, that's right.
jersey
He's
on,
got the luckies. Yeah, what am I talking about?
And his partner, Kyle Anderson.
Kyle Anderson.
Long-time mainstay, long-time pro in the ACO. A guy that I'm still waiting to have a breakout year. Good bag by Jack to keep the game going.
Yeah, it's going to cost him a couple right here. Oh, it's not. Oh, Drew left him, let him off the hook. He'll update his stats, but he's not going to update the score. So 17 on 7 is where we still stand. Jack Harcrow trying to continue to work his way toward, well, what will be Stuart Graham, and then the winner of that game facing off against the King.
Yeah.
Craig Irvin sitting and waiting.
How about another new name, Stuart Graham?
Yeah.
We're going to see up here. I mean, he's the one that eliminated me, and he threw lights out when
Oh,
he hit.
well, he had to have.
Yeah. No, he didn't have to in that game.
I was giving you the benefit
Well, I
of the doubt.
appreciate it, though.
I appreciate your honesty, but I also wanted you to know I tried.
I tried to get him in the airmail game, and he just kept throwing 12s. I said, hey, dude, man, this game ain't no fun
Yeah,
playing
you're killing
throwing 12s
me.
like
Yeah,
that.
You're killing me over here. You're killing me. But we were standing
appreciate
watching
it.
you. I think you and Randall Garrison and I heard reports when I walked up that you had hit a couple of key airmails and had a couple of nice pushes in there to take the businessman down.
Anytime I can get lucky and beat that man, I'm happy. I still owe him about 7,000.
Yeah, that's right. I just love the fact that when you win, you still think it's lucky.
Yeah.
You're a very good player. Don't knock yourself
Thank you,
down
sir.
there.
I appreciate that. I'm still having fun, buddy. And at my age, if you can still get to do this and have fun, and that's what we talk about all the time. We talked about it last night, actually,
we did.
man.
That's
A
what it's
lot
all
of people
about.
from 8 to 80, man, and even younger.
And if you're
Still
not having
doing.
fun, what's the point?
That's right.
What's the
Yeah, I
point
agree
in
with
doing
that. If you have to be all serious all the time, look at that kid playing out there right now, 14 years old, been beating everybody's butt, but guess what? He's always smiling, is he not? I hope he maintains that through his whole career.
No question whatsoever. So these guys just washed there in the last frame, and now again it's a little more strategic than it started out. It was just up the middle, up the middle, up the middle in. See who can wait for somebody to make the first mistake.
nice.
Great bag by Drew there to push left to right. Now on the outside arm, coming right to left, is Jack able to do the same? He set himself up nicely to be able to do that.
I'd take a little block right behind that one right here.
Yeah,
He did.
smart.
Well, perfectly placed.
Smart. Because now he forces him to come up and over to try to drag. Oh,
and he almost got all of them. What a shot by Jack Harcrow.
I'll tell you what, that bag is precariously positioned on the perimeter of the perforation. No, and he gave it to him. He gave it to him. He let him have it. He let him have it. He pulled it in with him.
What a shot. I did not see that come. I saw him making 2 of those. But for that other one to almost go, that was really crazy.
Really good. And it allowed for outstanding alliteration. Oh, my goodness. All right, hang on for a second.
Listen, this is Finn. Let's go.
All right, right up in the middle, right to middle.
Hey, I got to give a shout out to my friends over there playing the Arkansas Slider Cup over there.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Whitney Garner and the 870 group. They're hosting in Paragould, Arkansas. Some of my friends are playing in it, and I want to give a shout out to them.
Well, and you bring up a great point. You know how many cornhole tournaments are going on right now on a Saturday night? You couldn't. There's more. You know what? There may be more grains of sand on the beach, but maybe not.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It is crazy, the number.
Mm-hmm. And that's the beauty of the whole sport to begin with. Oh, there's a bag drops underneath.
That was Drew. Yeah.
He pushed his bag through and dropped it down. I don't know. There's a little bit of real estate top left. The top left corner of the hole, as we like to say, up and over. Oh, and he went for it.
Yeah.
He just missed it. Now, Drew hasn't – he's got his bags on the outer perimeter. Is he just going to come up and lay it up? Yep, that's probably the smart play.
Let me tell you something. If I was Drew right there, let me tell you what I would have done. I'd have taken the time out and went over and see if there's any way I could have got that bag in to win. He only needed 4. He got 2 right there.
Yeah.
And he just laid up.
Oh,
let it go. Yeah.
And it's funny. Jack just poked the bags just to see what would happen after all play was done.
And whew,
is
that what would happen?
Good Lord.
You have not been drinking long, son.
What was that?
We have had clean up in the booth, please. Clean up in the booth.
You know what? I don't need an IMF hoodie. I need a Bounty hoodie.
You need a bib. What are you talking about?
Lord.
Yes, Drew puts one right down there. I got to go back to the broadcast.
I got to be honest with you. I'll bet you that's never happened in the booth at Fox Sports.
I bet it hadn't either. No.
When was the last time Tony Romo's beer blew up on him?
I'm glad it went that way.
That's all right.
Yep.
I got
nice block there by Drew.
That's good stuff right there. Thank you. Oh my goodness.
LT helping us out.
Let's get back to the match here and ignore my nonsense. But honestly, oh boy, and there's an opening. You know, if you're up 19-9, you can take that chance.
Jack going for the 3.
But you know it's interesting. Oh, and he
bingo.
got it. You know it's interesting. Look at Drew's face. His jaw is locked. He's not happy.
19-12.
That he's not happy, and at least that he did that. But you know what? When you're up 19-9,
you can take those chances.
Take that chance.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to call out Eric Heinerman from our production crew for having shaken up my refreshment before I picked it up. I think he did it. I didn't see it. I think that's a hilarious joke.
As Jack is trying to make a comeback here, and
that's good. That is alcohol abuse. Don't do it.
Hey, we're all good.
Don't be bruising it. All right, so let's get back to the action.
Yeah, Jack's trying to make a comeback. He's got the lead, 19-12. Drew's still firing away at the air mills, and that was just as clean as you could possibly put it in the hole.
That's good stuff. And and we'll also remind you too, as these guys continue to battle it out. And there's a big miss. What a shot.
How did that go in? But that is a game winner.
That's a tumble dry right there, and he's going to try
to push. That's going to be it. He don't even have to throw it.
Oh wow, he went dirty, pulled the earbuds out, and that's going to do it. He's going to lay one up on the board. They're going to tater and exchange pleasantries, but Drew Wehking takes down Jack Harcrow 21-12. He advances to face Stuart Graham as they work their way toward Craig Irvin. What's that going to be? 21-12? Is that going to be the final?
21-12,
You know what? If you're a Rush fan, you got to appreciate the love of that 21-12 right there. But it was a dogfight to a point, and then it just became honestly a defensive battle that it was just a war of attrition at that point. And Drew Wehking, as you mentioned, Philip, just methodical and very, very careful, but also he took risks when he needed to.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? He took it away. So he'll move on to face
Stuart Graham.
Is he going to face Stuart Graham?
I think so.
Yeah. All right. Or is he? Yep, Stuart Graham. He moves on to Stuart Graham. Winner of that match takes on Craig Irvin, our reigning king of season 17. So it looks like, Stuart Graham took down Michael Chittenden earlier, 21-6. That's no easy feat right there. So congratulations. I mean, Jack Harcrow put up
another good round.
A great fight, but it was ultimately Drew Wehking who was able to pull out the victory and continue on. And again, I'll be honest with you, I was hoping, Jack Harcrow notwithstanding, I was hoping this wasn't going to be our only opportunity to watch Drew on center court, because we've heard so much about his game, but we've only been hearing about it in the shadows and around the perimeter. So that's awesome. And congratulations to him. But Jack, I'll be honest with you, based on the injuries he sustained not that long ago, to see him back on center court, outstanding to see him back this soon. So 21-12, Jack Harcrow falls to Drew Wehking. We will get to the next match here as we work our way toward our singles final. It'll be Drew Wehking and Stuart Graham when we continue from center court here at the Lake Town Wharf Convention Center and Event Center with Philip Barnett, the Mississippi Ninja. I am Finn, the loudmouth for the ACO. More coming up here in just a few on the ACO Digital Network.